I think this has been going on all season long. I just think the Yankees and the Mets have been the worst at hiding it. I think a lot of pitchers are doing this. I know baseball is trying to hide things and trying to fix things. This has been going on since the end of time. Steroids. They were allowing all these players to do steroids in the 90s when baseball was falling all over the place with the strike, McGuire and Sosa and Bonds and Palmeiro, all these guys were doing steroids and helping the game of baseball, and nobody was saying anything. Bud Selig, nobody. Then all of a sudden, as the politicians got involved with it, as the FBI got involved with it, everybody was getting thrown under the bus. I think baseball should not be changing the game or the rules as much as they've had. The new rule changes, making the bases bigger, good. You want to do that, fine. More stolen bases opens up the game a little bit more, fine. Do that. The shifting, I think they should have stopped that a long time ago. Joe Madden really affected the game, and the analytics really took over after the whole shifting thing really blew up in the league with the Tampa Bay Rays. I think baseball should stop torquing the game. And what I mean by torquing is they're always trying to find something that they think could make the game better. The pitch clock, I think it's better. It speeds up the game a little bit, but how much? I just think that the way baseball has been played for over 100 years has worked. And changing it any more than they have, it's only going to hurt the game and push the youngsters away from the game to want to play football, hockey, and all the other sports because of the fact that baseball is trying to ruin the beauty of the game and what made the game so special for all those years.
And even these rules now, like, some of them are actually impactful. This sticky substance check has just been a series of hypocritical processes, too. Like, Max Scherzer, it took a couple checks before that. He got thrown out in the third inning of that game. Drew Smith's happened, like, right away. They detected it right away. And then with the Yankees circumstances, Domingo Germán went through it the first time, got to wash his hands, but then the second time got quickly checked. Like, which angle are you going to go with this? Like, how should these pitchers try to prepare for this kind of thing when you have these other substances on your hand, too? Like, there's just no consistency with this kind of thing. I didn't see the other two incidents this year, one with the Cubs, one with Seattle, that they had incidents where I don't know how quickly they got thrown out of the game, but it doesn't seem like there's consistency in this rule, at least with the pitch clock. All right, it's a set 20-second pitch clock. With the batter, 8 seconds in the box. With the stolen bases, they're all the same size. So it makes sense. This process that they're going through just doesn't make sense, and baseball's continuing to lose fans that way, too. Like, how many people are going to be annoyed with having to wait to switch pitcher? Jeff Brigham, I think, came after Drew Smith and got like 3 minutes to warm up because of how unprepared he was. It's just a bad process that they're going through right now, and something that's never going to be solved because pitchers are always going to find something else to get a grip on the baseball.
As far as the Mets and the Yankees are concerned, the Yankees are 39-30. They're 9.5 games out of first place. They're not winning the division. They could chase the Rays in the second half of the season, but they're not winning the division. The differential right now for the Rays is like plus 142 to the Yankees are plus 43 and Baltimore plus 43, which are very high numbers. That's still very high. All 5 teams in the East are plus something. Even the Red Sox that are 35-35 are plus 1. That says a lot about the division and all of baseball. There is not one other division that all the teams are plus something. Right. The closest is the National League West. All of them but Colorado, which is a negative 75, are plus something. That just shows you why the Yankees division is the best in baseball. It's not even close. The Yankees have to play pretty much flawless, no mistake type of game for the Yankees to win every single night. And then the Mets, they're 32-36. For all the money that Uncle Stevie has spent over the last 2 years, and Uncle Stevie said it's a 5-year plan. Oh, my God. It's going to be more than 5 years for this team to make the playoffs. They're going to have to make big splashes next offseason for Soto, Ohtani. They're going to have to add Free or somebody. They're going to have to add pitching, lineup changes. There is no way this team is going to win a championship in the next 2 years. Steve Cohen has owned this team for 3 years now. He said 5 years. He's got 2 years left. And I just don't think that this team is any good. They don't have the players to win a championship. They overpaid for Lindor. He's all right. He's not worth $300 million. Nimmo has played well ever since he got that $180 million contract. A lot of these guys have not played well. Then they lose Pete Alonso, who's going to want a significant amount of money. But before he got hurt, he was only batting .240. This team is not hitting. This team is not pitching. This bullpen is horrible. It's putrid. All the money that they've spent, all the money that this man has spent, this is what they're giving the Met fans. 32 wins and 36 losses.